Okay, we are on lesson 7, number 1, and this question says dilate parallelogram STUV from center O using a scale factor of R equals 3/4. And so I need to know that if I'm doing a scale factor of a number that is less than 1, like 3/4, why isn't my pen writing? All right, lesson 7, question number 1. Dilate parallelogram STUV from center O using a scale factor of R equals 3/4. So knowing that 3/4 is a number less than 1, I know that my parallelogram should be getting smaller, and T should move closer to O. And I'm just going to estimate, if I'm thinking of 3/4, then I am going to picture maybe half here. Not quite, but, and hold on. All right, here we go. Lesson 7, number 1. The first question says to dilate parallelogram STUV from center O using a scale factor of 3/4. And so I know that since 3/4 is a number less than 1, then my parallelogram should be getting smaller, and it should be moving closer to O. And so it should be 3/4 of the distance it currently is from O. So if I just try to picture what that would look like, I think this is like half, and if I do another half of a half, then I would be getting a quarter. And so I'm estimating this would be 1/4 over here, 2/4, which is a half, 3/4, which would be the upper half of the original half. Okay, so I'm guessing my point is going to be somewhere around there, but guessing isn't good enough, so we're actually going to come up with that point through a construction using our compass tool. So let me get rid of that mess I just made, and we're going to draw a straight line using our straight edge to go from T to O, or O to T, and it's going to look like, whoop, I don't want that. That's a big fat line. Let's try that again. So from O to T, and now I'm going to bisect that line using my compass. And when I bisect it, I just need to make sure that I open my compass more than halfway. I'm going to spin this around, and I'm going to start with my point on O, and I'm going to open up my compass a bit. And let me spin this, and it's not quite halfway, I'd say, yet, so I'm going to open it a bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and draw an arc, and then I'm going to move my compass so that my point is over here. And I'm going to go ahead and draw an arc again. And so once I've done that, I'm ready to draw another straight line. This time I'm going to use red. And so really I'm just looking for the midpoint of TO. And so the midpoint of TO I can see is right here. And now I'm going to find the midpoint. Let's just call this one for now point P. We don't have a P, right? So we're going to call that P. So now I'm going to find the midpoint of this, which is TP. So let me just move this back over, close it up a little bit, and I'm going to put my point over to P, and my compass is open more than halfway, so I can go ahead and make an arc, and then I flip-flop and I move this over to T, and let's draw our arc again, and now let's move that out of the way, and again I'm going to connect the 2 points of intersection with another line segment. And use red again. And so my new point I'm going to call T prime, and T prime is right in here. Okay, so I've done the first point for you. This point is 3/4 of the distance from O to T, And now you're going to do one for U, and you're going to do one for S, and you're going to do one for V, and then you should have a parallelogram that is both 3/4 the size of the original and 3/4 the distance from O to where it currently is.